Welcome. Today it's September 21st, and I'm Lance with the Outdoor Source, and today we're going to talk about the best rubber boots that I've ever worn. I have quite a few here. I have some Under Armour boots. They're pretty old, but they're the least worn out of all the boots that I've owned. I have the Muck Woody Sports, the Muck Arctic Shields, I believe they are, and those are 800 grams of insulation, or 1,000. These are 800. And these are 800. These are Irish Setter Hunts. These are pretty old too. So these are probably the oldest boots that I have. And they're some of the boots that I've worn the most. Now let's start with the Under Armours. These boots are the least worn that I've ever had, and they leaked probably after I wore them 5 times. Now they're glued here. It's kind of hard to see. They're glued here on all these seams, and that leaks. That leaked really quick, and I just don't wear them much anymore. And this fabric has a hole in it here. I don't know, I'm not sure, and it's even coming apart at the bottom here where that's glued on. So I am an Under Armour fan of some of their apparel, but their boots, I'll just never get them again. They were actually a gift to me. I wore them maybe one season, quite a bit, and that's about it. And that's why they're old, because they just sit around, and I wear them when I'm doing simple stuff in the grass, because any moisture any higher and I'll likely get wet. These Muddy Woody Sports, now as you can see, half of it, the sole's on the ground. This happened last year. The sole just started to get a gap in it from the glue, and it wore out. And you can see these things have been worn quite a bit. The top is cracked in it, and this is cut in it. Now the crazy thing is, even with how much damage these do not leak water, even without a sole on it. These haven't leaked water. Now I did notice that sole started to come off probably after 2.5 years, and I do wear these a lot because these are uninsulated. So when I'm scouting in the summer and trying to keep the ticks and the chiggers, I'll spray permethrin around the top or whatever out. These help with that because, your shoes only go so high, and you know how the ticks and the chiggers get in. So I wear these quite a bit, scouting, shed hunting, things of that nature, and they're pretty good. These are pretty good boots. I will get another pair of these eventually once all the rest of these wear out. For summertime, I actually have, once this grip came off, I actually got another pair of the Mucks that go up about halfway that are uninsulated. I don't have them in this video. I currently just don't know where they're at. But those are the black ones. They're not camouflage. And that took the place of these for summertime stuff. And they work really good. I think Muck boots are made pretty well. And that's why I have a pair of these. My feet do get cold pretty easily because I broke my back in the military, so I have some circulation issues. These are the Arctics. I got these for super cold weather. These are about 3 years old now. I don't wear them a ton because they're super hot and they make my feet sweat. But they look pretty much brand new besides them being very dirty. They're great. I've had no real problems with them. They seem to be put together a little bit better than the Woodies. They're just been all around a great boot when I have used them. It's just they can make your feet sweat because obviously they don't really breathe super well. These are the oldest boots that I have. These lacrosses here these are Irish Setters, not lacrosses. I think out of all these boots, these actually fit the best. Now when you go in, you have this ridge here, and it kind of sucks to your ankle. And I have pretty narrow feet. And these boots have been through a lot, and they do not leak. They're great. Like all the glue on the seams, nothing's coming apart. Everything is still in great shape, and you see how faded they are. They're barely even look camouflage anymore. They've put a lot of miles on. Some of these other boots, some problems that I do have with these Mucks, especially these, is if you put your pants on the outside of them, these will rub the holy garbage out of your calves and your shins, and they will create, like, if you don't have socks that go above those, they can create like blisters and all sorts of stuff pretty fast. So these are so worn out that they quit doing that, These don't do that because they're not as stiff and rigid. You can loosen it up so they're open. And the Under Armours didn't do it very much either, but that is the one problem I do see with the Muck, is they can cause skin irritation when they go up high because it's so like narrowed around, where these have the openings and stuff like that. So the boots that I'm probably going to stick with are going to be either Irish Setters, or I have quite a few pairs of Mucks. And the last Mucks that I have are these. These are the Outscapes. You know, I just got these a little bit ago because it rains a lot in Maryland and I'm always out with my dogs in the grass. Instead of putting those big things on, I can just slip this on. And so far, I've had this for about 2 months. They seem pretty good. My feet are dry, and that's all that I really care about with these guys. They're about $100. But overall, I would say stay away from Under Armour. Muck seems pretty good. The best built seems to be these Irish Setters. You kind of have to go what feels comfortable for you. But if you have big calves, giant legs, I do not. I have little tiny legs. These are going to probably cause some times that are a little bit uncomfortable until you break them in. So I always tuck my pants into those when I go so it doesn't cause that as much. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. This is about 12 years worth of boot wear here. So appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.